Hello everyone, this is Ryan Mallory for SharePlanner.com. Today is March 12th, 2013, doing another session of LiveCharts for you today. I plan on trying to keep these under 15 minutes. I'm going to go over the market analysis, going to go over stuff that I'm seeing in my own portfolio, my strategy going forward, and then also I'm going to go over some of your picks and some of the different trades that I'm seeing set up as well. So let's go ahead and start right off here. The S&P today, it's pulling back some. It's the first time in 7 days that we've seen this. Now we have seen a little bit of a lunchtime rally here. I don't know how strong it is or how long it lasts for, but the market is very, very overbought. We don't typically see 7 straight days up. We actually saw it, ironically, we saw it earlier this year. So, two very rare occurrences happening in short order where the market actually pushed 8 days into the green without having a single day of pullback. So what we can glean from all that is that well, let me back up. The difference between what we saw back in January when the market went up 8 days and what we saw here recently where the market went up 7 days is that it actually could have been 9 days if we didn't have this just 1 day of a slight pullback back on the 28th of February. So there hasn't been really since the 26th, which was 10 trading day or 11 trading days ago, or no, was it 9 days, 9 trading days ago? There has been no pullback in this market at all. So the difference is that this market rally here has taken us well outside the Bollinger Band, whereas the 8-day rally that we had back in January, we didn't even get close to getting outside the upper Bollinger Band, which represents 2 standard deviations of the 20-day moving average. So moving outside that upper Bollinger Band is a significant area of high risk trading to the long side. When you get to that point, that means that there's not a lot of opportunity for the market to continue to march higher. Now, on individual stocks, when stocks get outside the upper Bollinger Band, you really need to look at the history of the stock, of how it acts when it gets outside the upper Bollinger Band, to get a feel for whether or not the trade needs to be closed out, or whether the trade whether you can remain in the trade. So look at that. Look at those two aspects when it comes to individual trades, the history and then how it has reacted. But when it comes to the market, there's really not much track record for the S&P. I mean, there's been rarities within the rarity where the market does run outside the upper Bollinger Band. But to be a successful trader, you're looking at probabilities. You're looking at odds. The likelihood is no one gets that successful in trading by constantly going against the high probability opportunities, by bucking what the odds are of a certain event happening. Because if the whole stock market, like I believe it is a game of odds, it's a game of probabilities, having a trade system that has a probability of a certain type of return, then to go against that every time is going to be a futile effort. So when you see the S&P going outside the upper Bollinger Band, that's a time to get very cautious, to get very nervous. Even if the market continues to march higher and burns you on your thesis or belief of a pullback, it's okay, because I mean you're not always going to be right all the time. But what you want to do is you want to constantly be making decisions that align yourself with the likely probability or outcome in a stock, index, ETF, whatever it is that you trade. All right, let's go to the portfolio right now. Current setup is ALXN. I'm probably going to sell out of this one, especially with it just acting completely goofed up today. With the market selling off, this stock looks like it's trying to bull flag on me. So originally it was only supposed to be a 2 to 3 day trade. We're break even right now on the stock. I'll probably look to just go ahead and close this trade out today. It's sort of unfortunate because I'm not really willing to risk a lot of short exposure at this point in the market, where there's a clear favorability with the Fed's actions with POMO and the $85 billion a month that is getting pumped in every month into these markets and interest-bearing assets, and driving people out of bonds and then back into the market. So I got to be cognizant of that. Beautiful setup though. Left shoulder, head, right shoulder. It broke right through that head and shoulders pattern and then came back up to test resistance again. That's where I got short, but it's not working the way I'd like for it to. Next trade, it really, anything short is not working in this market. It just does not seem to cooperate very well. Silver, this trade's done, pretty good today so far. It gapped higher. I'm inclined to keep holding this one until we can maybe get into the upper 29s where you have some resistance here at $29. That's probably a good opportunity to book the gains at that point. But you can see it is on the verge of breaking out here, if not already, by today's price action. I'd like to see a little bit more volume come into this trade, but overall I feel comfortable keeping this one going forward. And let's look at some other setups here that I've been looking at. HLS, this one could be a beauty. While I think the market needs to pull back, it can just take this one day of brief selling and start marching higher again and not even think twice about it. Very possible, so don't discount that. FSL, if I can type it in right. FSL looks pretty good as well. It kind of sort of broke out yesterday. You can see there's a nice little consolidation area here. But if it can get back above $16, I think that one has a very high probability of succeeding for you. And HOV, some consolidation and a possibility that if it can get above 623 that you could see as some additional buying power march in. So it's about 40 cents away from that. Excuse me, I just sneezed. But if it can get back above that 623, 622 level, there's a good opportunity that this one will try to make a run back into the sevens. So be cognizant of that as well. One short setup that I've been eyeballing here lately is Royal Cruise Caribbean. Huge support. Let's get rid of these Bollinger Bands too while I'm talking, just so you can see a little bit better on this particular chart. If this stock can just dip below 33.11, which it isn't too far away from doing, it makes it for a pretty good short setup. That might be really good if this market starts heading lower in a very obvious manner. In any case, that's going to be it for today. A pretty quick video, quick wrap up of the markets, what I'm thinking, what I'm doing. I could end up adding a long position today, just if the market doesn't look like it wants to pull back that much, if there doesn't want to be any, a new round of fear or worries creep in. We may see just a one-day pullback in the market, just keep marching higher. So as a result, you got to be positioned for that, and play the trades accordingly. You'll have a great rest of the day. I'll be in the splash zone if you want to get a hold of me, or you can just email me at ryan@shareplanner.com. God bless you, and have a wonderful day.